Monsties, you need to see this right now. The K-pop world is buzzing, and this time it is not about a typical dating rumor or comeback schedule. A deep dive article was recently released and immediately caused a stir across X and Korean community forums. Why? Because this article bluntly identifies who the true face of the group is for the hottest rookie groups today. Have you ever felt like there's one member who, the moment they step on stage, their aura just goes boom? Like they are the group itself? Well, this article mentions one name that made BABYMONSTER fans, better known as Monstie, scream really. Who else but the ace, Ruka? But wait, it is not just Ruka. Other big names like Jimin from Isna, Yuha and Yeon from Heartstoarts, and even Kaya from Kiki Ki have been pulled into this heated discussion. Does your idol make this elite identity list? Or do you think this article is just overhyped? Do not blink, because we're going to break down exactly why Ruka is being called the Simmons bed of the idol world, because she is so incredibly stable. Let us dive in. Okay, K-poppers, let's talk seriously for a second, but not too serious. We are fangirling after all. Here's the thing. Lately, the debate over visual identity has been peaking. In the 4th and 5th generations, visuals alone are not enough. You need aura, you need performance, and you need that thing called the it factor. Recently, an article discussing the visual identity and performance of K-pop groups highlighted this phenomenon. They didn't just look at who is the prettiest, because, let's be real, every idol is like an angel descended from heaven, but they looked at who serves as the anchor for their group. And the name that appeared first? Ruka from BABYMONSTER. The article cited Ruka not just as the oldest member, but as the representative identity face of this YG entertainment group. You know how YG always has a certain aura, from 2NE1CL to Blackpink Jennie? Well, they say Ruka is the heir to that expensive aura throne. But will other members be overshadowed? And what about other rookie groups? Let's break it down one by one. Let's talk about Ruka. In that article, there was one quote that made netizens laugh while agreeing wholeheartedly. The author said, "Even the stability of a Simmons bed is gone." What does that mean? It means Ruka's stability on stage is absolutely insane. Don't you know that feeling when you watch an idol and you feel a bit anxious, worried they might slip, or their voice might crack, or they might forget a move? Well, the article says that when watching Ruka, that anxiety immediately vanishes. Poof, gone. She has a level of composure that is no joke. Ruka was praised for her highly stable and prominent performance. She has an aura of confidence that is felt the moment she steps onto the stage. Whether it's a fierce rap or sharp dancing, Ruka always looks like she owns that stage. She is the center of the group's identity. When we see Ruka, we immediately think, oh, this is BABYMONSTER. Even netizens on Korean forums commented that Ruka is the type who won't waver even if there's a storm on stage. She really is the definition of main character energy. Plus, her cute personality when speaking Korean makes fans fall in love even more. It's such a contrast to her savage stage aura. Do you agree that Ruka is the center of BABYMONSTER? Write it in the comments. Moving on from YG, let's shift to a group everyone is highly anticipating, Isna. This article also did not miss discussing one of their most iconic members, Bang Jaemin. If Ruka is called stability, Jaemin is called the queen. The article says Jaemin has luxurious facial features, beautiful hair, and a gaze that makes anyone who looks at her immediately melt. She is a queen, period. But there's one very interesting thing. The article mentions that behind her flashy and perhaps slightly arrogant appearance, in a cool way, of course, Jaemin's real personality is as soft as a marshmallow. So precious. The author even gave a unique suggestion to TV producers. They said Jaemin absolutely must be invited to a legendary show like Invincible Youth if it were ever remade. Why? Because Jaemin's unexpected charm would make her popularity explode among the general public, not just K-pop fans. Imagine Jaemin working in a field, but still looking like a Vogue magazine model. Iconic. Next, we have the rising group Heartstoarts, or H2H. This article also highlighted two members who were reportedly playing a crucial role in the group's identity. First, there's Yuha. Yuha is described as the member who embodies pure and classic beauty, the kind of visual that SM entertainment usually pursues. Elegant, clean, and very soothing. Her voice was also praised for being very warm and cozy. The author even predicted a bright future for Yuha in the world of acting. Who else is waiting for Yuha to star in a K-drama? But let's not forget the youngest member, Yeon. The article says that in a group, having a youngest member who truly has that maknae energy is very important. Yeon is the type of member that makes the group feel harmonious. Her voice is described as clear as a jade bead, and they say Yeon would be perfect for recording drama OSTs or performing in musicals. H2H really has the full package, from classic visuals to golden voices. Last, but definitely not least, is Kaya from Kiki Ki. If you need a boost of energy in the morning, you just need to watch Kaya. The article praises Kaya because even though she is the youngest, her energy is endless. Kaya is said to have an extraordinary, courageous spirit. She is brave, expressive, and her voice has a very interesting tone. The author even mentioned that listening to Kiki Ki songs becomes more enjoyable because of Kaya's voice. That's no small praise. There was also a suggestion that Kaya would be perfect as a music show MC because of her bright personality. Imagine Kaya greeting us on screen every Friday or Sunday. It would definitely make our days brighter. Now, after discussing all that high praise from the article, the question is, do netizens agree? On the X platform, fan opinions are split. Most monsties are obviously very proud of Ruka. They say, finally, the media realizes that Ruka is the backbone of visual and performance. However, some netizens argue that other members like Ahyeon or Chiquita also have a massive influence on BABYMONSTER's identity. It's the same with Isna. Many agree that Jaemin is the queen, but fans of other members also want to showcase their bias' charms. This is the beauty of the K-pop world. Everyone has their own version of identity queen. But we can't deny that this article makes a strong point. Choosing one member to be the identity face doesn't mean undermining the others. It's more about who most represents the vibe or concept the group wants to convey to us at that time. You might be wondering, why does there even need to be an identity face? In such a highly competitive industry, branding is everything. When you hear the name BABYMONSTER, you need an instant image to pop into your head. Ruka, with her swag, rap style, and stage stability, gives the impression that this group is powerful and professional. Jaemin, with her luxury visuals, gives the impression that Isna is a high-end and elegant group. Yuha, with her classic beauty, gives the impression that H2H is a pure and talented group. These are all genius marketing strategies, and these idols have managed to deliver them perfectly. So it's not just about who is the prettiest, but who most successfully delivers the message of the group to us, the fans who are hungry for quality content. We've talked extensively about these identity queens, from Ruka, whose stability makes us feel secure, to Jaemin, the queen, who is actually as soft as a marshmallow, to the visuals of H2H and Kiki Ki that make our days colorful. But now, I want to hear from you, because your voice is what matters most in this community. In your opinion, is Ruka truly the face of BABYMONSTER, or do you have another candidate who you think is more suited for that title? And for the groups Isna, H2H, and Kiki Ki, who is the member that first comes to mind when you hear their group name? Write your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a healthy discussion full of love. No wars, please, because all our idols have worked hard for us. Before you go, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Why? So you don't miss the hottest, most up-to-date, and most exciting K-pop news right here. But the conversation doesn't stop at just visual labels. It deepens when we analyze how these identity queens are actually reshaping the commercial trajectory of their respective labels. While the initial buzz focused on stage presence, industry insiders are now looking at the Ruka effect as a blueprint for how global K-pop groups should be structured in this high-stakes fifth-generation era. It is not just about being the center, it is about becoming a human personification of a brand's long-term mission statement. The significance of Ruka being labeled the Simmons bed of stability cannot be overstated when looking at the history of YG Entertainment. Historically, the label has thrived on charismatic leaders who command the stage with an air of untouchable coolness. However, Ruka brings a unique hybrid of Japanese technical precision and the classic YG swag. The article highlights that her stability acts as a safety net for the younger members of BABYMONSTER. When a performance feels like it might become too chaotic due to high energy, Ruka's grounding presence brings the focus back. This is why she is the identity. She represents the monster in their name, a powerhouse that is unshakable, professional, and intimidatingly talented. Expanding on this, we must look at how Bang Jaemin is redefining the center position for Isna. If Ruka is the foundation, Jaemin is the lighthouse. The article's comparison of her to a queen with a marshmallow interior is a masterclass in the Gap Mo trope that drives K-pop stan culture. This duality is a massive asset for Isna's branding. In an era where fans crave authenticity, having a member who looks like high-fashion royalty but acts like a relatable friend creates a parasocial bond that is gold for marketing. The suggestion that she belongs on a show like Invincible Youth isn't just a random thought. It reflects a growing desire for idols to return to variety doll status, where their real personalities can drive public recognition beyond just the hardcore fandom. When we pivot to Heartstoarts, the strategic duo of Yuha and Yen offers a fascinating study in visual harmony. In many groups, having two prominent visuals can lead to a clash of identities, but H2H seems to have found a symbiotic balance. Yuha's classic SM-style beauty appeals to the traditionalists, those who love the ethereal, clean-cut image that dominated the second and third generations. Meanwhile, Yen represents the new age maknae, someone who isn't just there to be the cute one, but someone whose vocal color provides the necessary texture to their discography. Her jade-like voice is a specific technical term used to describe a tone that is clear, resonant, and expensive sounding. This combination ensures that H2H captures both the nostalgic older fans and the trend-focused younger audience. Furthermore, Kia from Kiki Ki represents the social media catalyst. In today's landscape, a group's identity is often dictated by what goes viral on short-form video platforms. Kia's high-octane energy and extraordinary courageous spirit make her the perfect candidate for the TikTok and Reels era. Her performances are clippable, meaning every few seconds of her dance or facial expressions can be turned into a viral moment. The article suggests that her voice makes the songs taste better, a metaphorical way of saying her vocal character adds a layer of addictive quality that keeps listeners coming back. This is the new frontier of K-pop identity, the ability to be a living, breathing algorithm magnet. As we look at the broader implications of this article, it is clear that the industry is moving away from the one-size-fits-all idol. The identity face must now be a multi-tool. They are the spokesperson during interviews, the reliable anchor during live broadcasts, and the visual representative in luxury fashion campaigns. For Ruka, this means being the bridge between the Japanese market and the global stage. For Jaemin, it means being the face of a new generation of it girls who are both aspirational and approachable. For the members of H2H and Kiki, it involves carving out a niche in a saturated market by leaning into their specific vocal and visual strengths. The article also touches on a deeper psychological aspect of fandom. Why do we care so much about who the identity is? It's because, as fans, we want to feel that the group we support has a soul. When a group lacks a clear identity, they risk becoming just another assembly line product. By highlighting members like Ruka and Yuha, the media is validating the idea that these groups have a core, a heartbeat that dictates their creative direction. This identity is what allows fans to say, this feels like a BABYMONSTER song, or this concept is so Jaemin. In the coming months, as these groups embark on world tours and release more music, the stability and aura mentioned in the article will be put to the ultimate test. Will Ruka continue to be the immovable force of BABYMONSTER as they face the pressures of global fame? Will Jaemin's marshmallow personality remain her biggest selling point as Isna navigates the intense scrutiny of the industry? Only time will tell, but if this article is any indication, these individuals have already laid the groundwork for legendary careers. They aren't just members, they are the pillars upon which the future of K-pop is being built.
As these rookies transition to established veterans, the identity face role may evolve, but the initial impact they've made is permanent. The industry is currently in a state of flux, with new groups debuting every month. Yet the names mentioned here, Ruka, Jaemin, Yuha, Yen, and Kia, are the ones sticking in the minds of the public. This is the power of a strong visual and performance identity. It cuts through the noise and leaves a lasting impression that transcends music charts. To wrap up this deep dive, it is important to remember that every member of these groups contributes to the overall success. However, having a designated identity face provides a focal point for the narrative. It gives the media a story to tell and the fans a hero to root for. Whether you are a Monstie, an Isna supporter, or a fan of H2H and Kiki, one thing is certain: the future of K-pop is in very capable and very stable hands. These girls are not just performing, they are defining an era. The discussion surrounding these identity queens is far from over, as every new stage performance provides fresh data for fans and critics to analyze. We are witnessing the birth of the next generation of icons, each bringing a different flavor to the global stage. From the fierce streets of YG's hip-hop roots to the elegant halls of classic visual beauty, the spectrum of K-pop identity has never been broader or more exciting. As we continue to follow their journeys, we should appreciate the immense pressure these identity faces carry on their shoulders to represent their entire team's brand and legacy. So, what is your take on this evolving landscape? Do you believe a group's success is directly tied to how clearly their identity face is defined? Or do you prefer a more decentralized approach, where every member holds equal weight in the group's branding? The shift towards these identity queens is undeniable, but the way each fandom interprets this will shape the culture of the fifth generation for years to come. Stay tuned as we continue to track the rise of these phenomenal idols and see how they continue to shatter expectations. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and be the first to know about the next big shift in K-pop trends, make sure you are following all our updates. Don't forget to share your favorite identity moment of your bias in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going and show these queens the love they deserve. Subscribe now and join our community of passionate fans as we witness history in the making.